Hey everybody, welcome to Rimworld 1.5 specifically. Now, I would do some mods, but the game kinda came out yesterday, so I went and got some stuff prepared. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. That reminds me, one game I'd recommend checking out later is Cassette Beasts. I was gonna go make a video on that, but unfortunately by the time I made it to like 50 or so parts in and ready to fight the final boss on that game, I ended up finding out that something went wrong with the recording, so that was like a couple days of me playing Cassette Beasts gone to waste. So I'll eventually make a video on that, but it's gonna be a while as I have no idea what went wrong. Also, some games that I'm going to be visiting later, in case you're interested in knowing ahead of time, would probably be Skyrim, because I did Oblivion, which I might go back to Oblivion later, but yeah. And what was that other game called? Hold on a sec. Can't remember it until I actually look at it. Oh boy. I think it might have been Soul Ash. Maybe not, I don't know. Don't remember. But yeah, I got few games, but I'll probably get to all of them eventually. Just gonna fix the screen back. There we go. Let's do extremely slow speed, because why not? There we go. Got that bit done. Now that I think about it, one of the really nice things about this is, for any of you interested and, own Rimworld, watching videos like this is really nice because you guys get to see whether or not this is the game for you. or DLCs, whichever ones, because they're all good. Well, except for, what was it called? Hold on. Yeah, I keep doing that. Yes. The name in-game access. That is the only DLC I wouldn't recommend. But other than that, all the DLCs are pretty good. So I'm thinking for this run, we're just going to go straight into the whole DLC stuff. And if you're able to hear any of the child screaming in the background, apologies. I can't control them since they're my sisters and not mine. It's probably for the best since I don't really like kids. Feels bad though for anyone who does have parents, or for who does have kids, I mean. Apologies if that sounded so bad when it first came out. It's great that you guys have parents if you have parents, and it's unfortunate if you don't, but just having kids can be very chaotic. I'm sure all parents can agree. The thing I'm really hoping for, though, is since while I'm making this video, I'm doing a little bit of a social experiment. Well, I guess nothing probably has changed for your perspective, but to me it seems like I mentally feel like I need to upload content and make it interesting very frequently. Because, well, I don't really know how to make a good video, so I'm just trying to relax and take my time on these videos and see how it goes. Because making videos is easy, but making videos that everyone can enjoy, including the person making the content, that's a difficult task. Especially since I'm not doing this for money or fame. Just enjoyment. I do hope you guys are having fun, though. My end goal isn't to make your lives miserable and click away from the video. I actually am trying to make it fun. One mod that I really enjoy is Prepare Carefully, but it's a shame I can't do it at this moment, because that mod, as awesome as it is, isn't updated. Because, you know, hitting random or customizing your character, I'd probably not choose random. Especially on Naked Brutality. Very hard to decide, though. Especially since I can't choose which one I want specifically in terms of like stats and all that. So maybe I can sacrifice some speed in exchange for the ability to fight back properly, which involves melee. So that kind of defeats the whole point of the shooting mechanic if I'm focusing on melee. Then that gives me room for super immunity, because my character ain't gonna have no medic. It'd be nice to have one, but that's entirely dependent on Randy the Random. He'll either send me a bazillion raiders, or he might give me one recruit that might have terrible stats. Really depends on RNG. May as well take UV sensitivity since I'm not caring about my speed. And then I take very happy to compensate for the sunlight mood. And yeah, just roofing makes it so much better. I'm doing a melee build, so maybe Kill Thirst. But then I'm gonna need to take super fast wound healing, because melee fights usually involve getting a lot of injuries, and then super clotting so I don't bleed out on the spot. So if I do go downed, I'll at least survive. And we'll take very unattractive, which unfortunately will reduce my recruiting chances and stuff like that, but it does lower down the wealth value while I'm just one character, at least in terms of creature value. One thing I can't take is dependencies, because the ritual ideology makes research builds risky when it comes to dependencies. Because you ain't gonna learn how to do all these things before you've gotten knocked out because of it. And since I took the inhumane one, that does -12 on social, art, and animals, so I can use that to my advantage through genetics. So even if I say get like 20 social or something, it'll be -8 with -12 equaling to -20. So even if I get a positive 20, it'll still cap out at 0 at the end of the day. So these will be bare minimum. So I won't be dealing with animals, and I won't be dealing with art, but I can still recruit, just at a speed that makes it take forever. So for an example, if they had 10 resistance, I would have to visit them, I think it was like 100 times, in order to recruit them. Because you take off something like 0.1% every time. It's that bad. Okay. Probably want the strong stomach because food poisoning can be devastating sometimes. Um, I don't know if I should take low sleep or never sleep or neither. I'm thinking maybe blood feeding with death rest, but since death resting and then getting attacked by anomalies or raiders can be devastating, I should probably avoid that. Especially since feeding and recruiting and all that while you're in death rest is a big no-go. It's really hard to decide. True story though, for anybody doing biotech, it's more valuable to take the total antitoxic lungs than it is to take total immunity, because not only is it one less, but the reason why it's one less is because it's the same thing, but say you get bitten by a snake or whatever, and you receive toxic damage, the lungs work for external threats. It doesn't really stop it from happening when you get bitten by a snake or whatever. If I remember correctly, that is. I should probably check that again. Yeah. It does not give you resistance to injections. But it does help from, the external stuff. Yeah. I was right about that. Okay. And I would take Dead Calm, but chances are I might want him in an aggressive state if there's enemies, so I'll just avoid that. Last thing I want is for them to go into a psychotic wandering and get mauled by the nearest guys, because they can't have the effort to fight. Probably dark vision, because I plan on working in the dark for my Ideoligion. And just max out my manipulation, 10% from the fingers and 5% from the tail. And as for cosmetics, I like to do red eyes and black body because, I don't know, those are just my two favorite colors, so I thought it would work perfectly. And then I like to do facial ridges and heavy brow, because if you combine them, they make your character look like they got the big brain. Of course, it doesn't increase your head size, but it does add, head details, which is pretty cool in my opinion. And because why not, we're going to take cold weakness. And here's a cool thing. You lose 5 Celsius temperature if you take cold weakness, but if you go all the way down to first skin, you get 10 Celsius. So literally, you're giving up 5 Celsius of the benefit just for a free metabolism into becoming a furry. It's got its pros and cons. It's great. Of course, there's either that or take the fur tail, but I don't know, man. Being able to walk around without needing clothes, that sounds like a benefit. And everything looks good. He's got a 50% hunger rate, so he needs to eat half the time, so if any of you want to try out the xenotype, well, you can see it right here. Copy it as you wish. It's more of a min-max build for RNG at the moment that I've got. I usually make bigger xenotypes with like 100 complex ability. But that's when I know I have a good list. Actually, what was my previous build on my non-DLC one? I don't know why I didn't take this one. Alright, pyrophobia. That's why. Now I remember. I don't know if I should take Hemogen Drain or not. Yeah, we're taking it. I might regret it, I might not. But plants and construction are easily the most important ones in the entire thing. And then... wait, not cooking. Construction. And then... probably... medical, crafting... and then melee. That way, RNG is a little more favorable. Oh boy. And then we're just gonna randomize until we get something decent. Which this looks decent. Really good at mining. Has the kind trait. Okay, this looks good. Actually, no. I've learned my lesson with RNG characters. It's not fun watching your main character die. Alright, so what kind of map do we got our hands on? Which I will find out very soon. Just gotta set up everything. Huh. So they finally separated meditation and recreation. Interesting. Here it is. Okay, got all that set up. And now we can finally get on with the game. After 25 minutes of character customization. Actually, you know what? We'll save this as its own video. And we can continue in the next one. In case you want to just skip an entire episode dedicated to character customization. And I'm going to try to set this up to like 30 minutes per video. So I'm probably going to go over like before or maybe under just in case. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one.